Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
We learn so much from these entrepreneurs that are just amazing, right? Because that's really what today's hero is. They're creating, they're building, they're creating jobs. They're making a difference in their community. We just had Rhonda Shear, the famous USA Up All Night hostess and author. Later on in the show, we've got Zach Ullman and Keith Cardinal. They've got the Valley Investment Club. And we'll be ending the show, you ready for this? Chris Gronk, the former famous National Football League player for the Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos. In fact, he was just on Shark Tank with the Ice Shaker Cup, Gronk Nation Brothers. But let's get started with our first hero. And by the way, too, thank you, too, for the interview that we had with Skipper Wise, the feedback that we're getting. He's the creator of Blue Microphones and Neat for Gibson, including the Bumblebee microphones, which we're using today. Thank you, Skipper, at skipperwise.com. Now, there's a lot of real estate agents out there and brokers. I mean, everywhere you turn, there's one. But our next hero, has he made a name for himself? In fact, he's definitely one of the best in the business. He is the president of Aaroe Estates, the luxury property division of John Aaroe Group. And you can reach him at Kirman.com. Let me spell that out for you. AARONKIRMAN.com. One of the top real estate professionals in the U.S. and internationally recognized. Aaron, it's such a competitive business that you're in. How did you get to be basically really on top of your game and one of the top real estate people in the U.S.?
You know, I wish I could say it was so strategic. I started at a very, very young age. I started when I was 17 years old. And it was something that I knew I always wanted to do. And I just, kind of always knew, that vision. And from a very, very young age, said, I'm going to do it and I'm going to make it. And through just being a lot of hard work, a lot of strategy, and a lot of, for lack of a better term, just really, play by play, really thinking things out, ultimately got there.
And people seek you out to, again, sell their property. In fact, tell us one of the most expensive properties you helped sell.
I recently just sold a $65 million property in Beverly Hills, which is the second highest property in the history of the city. And it was a magnificent sale. It was 2.5 acres, had incredible views. It's called the Danny Thomas House, and it was a real accomplishment for us.
$65 million. I got to ask you, what was it like when that contract was signed between the buyer and seller? What were you thinking?
Believe it or not, I had three buyers all interested in that property. So we were in multiple offers by the time that deal actually went down. And it's funny, I've sold $3 billion or close to $4 billion worth of sales now, and a couple $100 million every year. And we always celebrate our sales, but until that check closes and until the buyer gets the house, we really don't think much other than let's get us to the next step. We're always looking forward.
What are a couple secrets, though, to selling houses? Because there's so many on the market, yet how do you have yours stand out above the rest?
Yeah, as an entrepreneur, we really have to do everything to get these homes sold. A lot of the most expensive houses in the world are pretty much who you know and who you have access to. I'm super grateful that just through hard work, we've really met the richest people in the world and pretty much know how to get to them. They know how to get to us. And that's one of the main ways that we sell the most expensive. But, it's a really interesting global marketplace out there, and everything works from just, picking up the phone to social media. Instagram has been huge for us. We have a lot of, the most wealthy people in the world, kings, queens, celebrities that follow us and hit us up on there and say, hey, I want to buy a house. The web is huge. A lot of my website gets amazing amounts of traffic. And then, there's more traditional approaches. There's print marketing, there's TV even. And when we do all these things, it just leads to always finding that right buyer.
And I mean, it's just truly incredible. And you're listening to Eliances Heroes with me, David Kogan, be a hero. Go to the only place where entrepreneurs align. That's Eliances. Be part of the community. Eliances, that's Eliances.com. And we'll also have the link for Aaron Kirman's website. You can reach him at aaronkirman.com. We'll also have the interview there. And that's AARONKIRMAN.com. One of the top real estate agents in the U.S. I mean, in fact, that house that you mentioned, what was that per square foot? Like something like $4,722 per square foot?
Exactly, which is actually the record in the entire city of Los Angeles. So that was a tremendous number for us. Although, compared to world markets, I always say Los Angeles is cheap, price per square foot. Even though we're getting huge, massive numbers in terms of total sales, our price per square foot is cheap. And, a lot of these world cities have $8,000 and $10,000 square foot price per square foot.
Now, you're often a commentator. In fact, you've been on various media outlets, including CNBC, where we recently actually had interviewed the founder of CNBC, New York Times, CNN, London Times, and so on. What is the most impactful insight, though, that you can share about the real estate industry with us today? Because all I keep hearing, and as all I've heard my entire life, is we're in a bubble, we're in a bubble, we're in a bubble. And you know what? Who knows? But where are we?
I always tell people that I am just not smart enough to time a real estate market. And markets are ebb and flow. We are running on a 10-year high since our crash, and prices are astronomical in certain cities. And what comes up comes down. Does that mean we're in a bubble? I don't know. Specifically, in world cities such as LA and New York, there's so much global money that comes through the marketplaces, and people are buying these houses to live a luxury lifestyle, invest. A lot of people, don't know what to do with their cash. So what led to our collapse many years ago, the market is different today, and it is such a cash market, and banks are quite restrictive in the loan process. So could it correct? Absolutely. When that's going to happen, who knows? And at the end of the day, corrections are healthy as well, and they need to happen, because at a certain point, the real estate market just gets too high and is unattainable for so many people.
And some of your clients who are selling their homes, then do they also invest in the homes? Do they have you find property for them to invest in?
Yeah, I think the beautiful thing about real estate, and it's just something, it's one of the main reasons why I love it so much, is not only is it an investment and long-term, and if you look at, long-term real estate, it will always be up, but it also, gives people the ability to live the life that they want to live. And, it's an actual physical structure. You can live in it. You could grow a family in there. So it does multiple things. It's a great way to invest your money. It's a great way to save money, and it's a great way to live a wonderful life.
Aaron, anything unique about some of the houses that you've been in? Anything like the trap door, the secret room, I don't know, any of those things where you open the bookshelf and up comes another door? Room?
I've been super lucky to see some of the most amazing homes all across the globe, and there's pretty much nothing I haven't seen. From obviously trap doors to wine cellars that literally are like vineyards. We have 30,000 bottles of wine. We have meditation rooms, prayer rooms. Without being vulgar, I've even seen sex rooms. We've pretty much seen it all. A lot of the homes have vaults. A lot of the homes have, medical centers. There's pretty much, at this price point, nothing that I haven't seen.
Truly incredible. Well, Aaron, you procure some of the highest prices in Beverly Hills, Hollywood Hills, Beverly Hills, and some Malibu and around the world for some of the most exclusive properties. Aaron Kirman, you're a hero. You could reach him at aaronkirman.com. This is David Kogan with Eliances, and when we return, we're going to have Zach Ullman and Keith Cardinal of ValleyInvestmentClub.com. David Kogan with Eliances.